Wildfire tells the story of a young mother and her daughter in a Mormon polygamous community set in the Rocky Mountains of Montana. When a dangerous forest fire threatens both the faith and the safety of the community, this young mother must take action to protect herself and her daughter from harm. So I grew up in Montana, spent like 10 years there as a kid, and I grew up about 10 minutes from one of the last Mormon polygamous communities on the West Coast. And I was very curious about it. I grew up going to church with my mom and was always sort of seeing her in worship and seeing the rest of the community at this church. I was sort of always very interested in this concept of faith and the extent at which faith drives people to do certain things. So it was a combination of that and then my experiences having to evacuate my house because of forest fires as a kid in Montana. I was able to sort of take my interest in this Mormon polygamous community and my experience having to evacuate from forest fire and sort of merge the two to find a platform to explore a lot of the things that I have been curious about since my childhood.
What really drew me to working on Wildfire was kind of Adam's approach to filmmaking, which is to share personal stories, and particularly in the case of Wildfire, centered around a really compelling conflict ripe with really complex characters. And I think from a production standpoint, when you have a really compelling story with an equally talented director, it makes everything that you're working on very worthwhile.
I remember leaving that first production meeting and just realizing that I was extremely lucky to be a part of this production because it was one of the most complicated and challenging productions I was ever going to be a part of. But also meeting Adam and seeing how excited he was about the project and how he was willing to pretty much do anything to make sure it would happen. It really motivated me to kind of match that energy and do everything for the project.
Most of all, I thought that it was a brave script. It was some subject matter that was, maybe a little bit controversial to some people, maybe unexplored by some people, something that you don't necessarily see a lot at the student level or independent shorts in general, and so it was unique and interesting to me.
After shooting our last short film about a year ago, the producer and I were nominated for the George Heinemann Production Award, which is a faculty-nominated award at NYU. They give out one award per year for a thesis film. So we went through that process and we were really lucky and fortunate to actually be the recipients of that award, which got us through production solely on that grant. But now we're looking to do post-production, get the film out there, get it to audiences, and in order to complete the film, we need your help.
We had a really fantastic time on set, and now that we've officially wrapped, we're excited to move into post-production. And this is where we need your help. We're looking to hire a professional colorist, composer, sound designer, and VFX editor to match the hard work and energy we put into production.
Our ultimate goal is to get this film seen by as many people as possible. So we're really hoping to submit to festivals, and with your help we'll be able to afford the submission prices and really get it out there.
Thank you so much for your support. We're really excited to share the finished film with you, and thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.